Hello, Cryptoland. I'm Justin. It's September, and this is the ARK.io monthly update for August 2020. Well, another month gone by, and another monthly update is upon us. We release these every month on blog.ark.io in written form and in the podcast on podcast.ark.io, as well as a video form on youtube.ark.io, where you can see what's going on the screen and see bright colors and pictures and words. You can also subscribe to real-time news on our Twitter at ARK Ecosystem. But for now, let's get into what's been going on for August. These monthly updates are big, so we do not want to delay in getting into the news. Big stuff in August was, off the cuff would be the release of the first look at the new deployer featuring one-click deployment. Lots of screenshots in there, advanced details about how it works. Testing has been going well, and I've used the new deployer myself, and I really enjoy what's going on with it. Stay tuned for a roundtable coming up that goes into more detail about deployer. That will be released on youtube.ark.io and the podcast as well, featuring multiple ARK team members. And then in the ecosystem land, there was a mainnet launch by Compendia Network, and the launch went off without a hitch. There are some details we'll cover in this update about that. And let's get to it. Let's get the music out of here. I don't really have anything else intro-wise to go over. Now, as per usual, we are starting things off with the remarks for August. This is just a summarized quote that kind of goes over the general overview of the month. And my remarks for August are the following. August brought with it a large glimpse into two major products joining the ARK product suite soon, MarketSquare and Deployer. ARK.io published an article detailing the future of MarketSquare, the new homepage for the decentralized web. A first look into the all-new Deployer, the simplest way to deploy a blockchain, also went public. The ARK team and community also celebrated the mainnet launch of Compendia Network built on ARK Core this month. ARK.io also participated in a lot of community engagement during August, with AMAs hosted by ChangeNow and Probit, as well as community question podcasts and a Major League Hacking workshop. The components of the ARK ecosystem are coming together well. All right, moving on to our roadmap progress update. The ARK roadmap at roadmap.ark.io features various projects and sub-projects that ARK.io is working on. It is a percentage-based project dashboard for the developmental pipeline of ARK Technology. Let's look into a special update on the progress of our roadmap. So first up, we have MarketSquare.io beta. MarketSquare is a platform designed to be a showcase and meeting place for delegates, blockchains, plugins, and businesses in the economy 2.0. During August, we expanded on the documentation for the new platform, so new users can get the assistance they may need for performing various tasks within MarketSquare. In addition, we released a blog article detailing the future of MarketSquare. The MarketSquare future roadmap is divided into 4 phases: socialize, develop, educate, and promote. We aim to make MarketSquare into a powerful tool for the entire industry, and the work does not end after the public beta release during Q4 2020 by any stretch. Now, at this time, MarketSquare is a functional platform that has been tested by alpha testers outside of the ARK team. With the main design and development completed, we are now implementing the final features suggested by initial testers and squashing the final minor bugs to make MarketSquare as robust as possible. Users can join the public beta mailing list to be alerted when MarketSquare goes live during Q4 of this year. Now, there is a bunch of links that are linked in monthly update, like the first look article blog, the roundtable video featuring multiple members of the ARK team, the features article that was published, as well as the future roadmap article that was released during August. And then you can also join the public beta mailing list at marketsquare.io. So next up, we have ARK Deployer upgrades. New deployer, yeah. One of my most favorite things about the ARK ecosystem. I know a lot of people out there really like the wallets, but I really like the deployer because it allows me to create a blockchain when I couldn't before. So I thought that was pretty cool and will help a lot of people. Now let's see what's going on here. We have been improving the process of creating a customized blockchain ever since the alpha version of the ARK deployer went public last year. Now, in this new version, users will be presented with a far improved web-based graphical user interface. One-click deployment is also possible with this upcoming version. The new deployer will support multiple hosting providers, as well as provide users with the flexibility to easily deploy servers and entire networks with a few simple steps. During August, we released a first look article into the all-new deployer, displaying screenshots of the new user interface, currently functional during testing, not mockups, and describing why we feel this product sets a new industry standard for creating a standalone chain. The article goes into heavy detail on the degree of customization developers get, as well as the improved process of deployment. And when I say improved, I am not kidding. It's like Something that used to take hundreds, if not thousands of mouse clicks and keystrokes is now one button called deploy, and you click it and it deploys a chain. It's crazy. Now, the article concludes with details of the features developers get when managing the chain post-deployment. Now, the public beta mailing list became available during August at deployer.ark.io, which is a separate mailing list from the Market Square mailing list, so be sure to be on both of those. Now, there are links in Monthly Update. You can check the Deployer First Look article linked in Monthly Update, and you can view the rest of the ARK roadmap at roadmap.ark.io, linked in Monthly Update. These are just some highlights of some major things that we wanted to bring some fresh info for. So let's move into the top tweet now. This is the top tweet for August, which is the tweet that was liked the most on the ARK Twitter at ARK Ecosystem. Of course, it stands to reason that with our first look of Deployer being released during August, the Deployer tweet receives this honor of being the top tweet. Great job, Deployer. Great job, developers working on Deployer. I can't wait for Deployer to be out there so that everybody who's listening to the podcast can go try it out. And I'm not kidding, because you will be able to create an account, customize a chain, connect your VPS to it, and deploy it without really so much as breaking a sweat. I mean, this is light years ahead of the alpha version of Deployer, which released in spring 2019. And we'll go over more details about the Deployer in rich media, in video, in podcasts, etc. Stay tuned. All right, let's move into the exchange news section of the monthly update now. The ARK crypto asset is available on over 30 exchanges, and more exchanges are being added all the time. For a full list, visit ark.io/exchanges. Keep in mind that content created by ark.io is not investment advice nor solicitation of investment, and you should consult your financial advisor, and also listen to additional legal details at the end of this recording. So first up, we have Probit listing. On August 20th, an ARK listing on Probit went live. Probit Global offers over 400 cryptocurrencies for trading on its platform. And there's a tweet below that, and that tweet was tweeted by Probit Exchange. Cool. Next up, we've got ChangeNow and Probit AMA. So during August, multiple members of the ARK.io team participated in AMAs hosted by two exchange services, ChangeNow and Probit. More details on these AMAs are available in the AMA section of the monthly update. And then lastly, in exchange news, we have ChangeNow ARK Wallet article. On August 12th, ChangeNow published a lengthy article, a great article, breaking down the ARK Wallet and describing its features and benefits. You can check out the full article linked in monthly update. Cool, so we're cruising right along into the team news now for August. Now, ARK was founded by an elite team of blockchain experts and enthusiasts from around the globe. Now, with more than 30 core team members from 12 different countries, we take decentralization to a whole new level. So for August, Chief Strategy Officer Matthew DC has some announcements from within the ARK team. First up, we have Michelle transitioning to lead developer. Now, as most of you know, Brian was promoted to CTO of ARK a few months ago. Since then, we have been considering what to do with the now vacant lead developer position. I am pleased to inform you all that effective immediately, we have promoted Michelle to the position of lead developer at ARK. He will help Brian to steer our path forward, improve our overall development processes, guide development across product lines, and keep best practices at the forefront. This promotion is well-deserved, and we feel confident that ARK development will be in good hands with Michelle. So next up, we have Lucio transitioning to product lead wallets. We have made the decision to combine the mobile and desktop wallet lead positions. This new position will be called Product Lead Wallet and will be a very important role within the development team. We are proud to announce that Lucio Rubens will take over this new role and take responsibility as lead for both the ARK mobile and desktop wallets. He has shown himself to be one of our most capable developers, and by joining the oversight of the two products, we can create a level of consistency between our wallets that I think we have been missing at times in the past. Well, congratulations to Michelle and Lucio. Keep doing the great work. And you can view the entire ARK team at ark.io/team. Let's see what's up in the ARK Technology Usage section of the monthly update. The ARK Core framework is an open source toolbox that developers can utilize to power various use cases using blockchain technology. The well-documented technology stack, coupled with easy blockchain creation tools such as the ARK Deployer, makes it simple for developers to dive into this emerging technology. So we have Compendia building with ARK Core. This ties into my teaser news from the beginning of this recording. Recently, NOS unveiled a rebrand for their network. Formerly NOS Network, now the network is called Compendia, with the premise of acting as the Wikipedia of databases for your API. Compendia allows developers to connect their app to free and open databases. During August, Compendia celebrated a no-hitch mainnet release, and the network is operating as intended, due in part to a stable ARK Core codebase and simple tools for customizing a new chain. Congratulations, Compendia. Check a recent interview with Dean Van Dugteren as I play a decentralized game powered by ARK with him, and check Compendia's announcement articles linked in monthly update. And then we have a tweet tweeted out by Dean celebrating this event. Nice work. You can view the NOS rebrand article and also the interview and also the Compendia announcements. They're all linked in Monthly Update. So next we have Unique Name Technology Simple Overview article. Now, Unique Name aims to put the ownership and control of user data back into the hands of users through decentralized identities powered by ARK Core. During August, the Unique Name blog published a very concise article detailing what's possible with their platform built on ARK and gets to the root of the why for accessible decentralized identifiers. Unique Name is also doing some pretty progressive things with NFTs using ARK technology as well. And then we have a little tweet under that, tweeted by Unique Name, linking to the article, which is also linked in Monthly Update. Now, as another piece of news for this section, there were 2 videos released during August on youtube.ark.io showing ARK technology in action through services operated by delegates on the ARK public network. They are mentioned in the videos section, which we will go over, but you can also view them linked in the ARK technology section of the Monthly Update. All right, so into the wallets. Now, recently, very recently, we released a first look at the new version of the ARK desktop wallet, which is crazy improved and different and new and cool compared to the current version of the wallet. Now, that is not covered in this Monthly Update because technically that news was made public during September, right? However, you can check out that new article, which is on blog.ark.io, and see what's up. Massive, massive positive feedback from the ARK community because we all love the wallet so much. Every time something cool with the wallet happens, we're all like, yeah, wallet, heck yeah, let's do this. So check it out on blog if you missed it. But currently, the version of the desktop wallet is 2.9.3, so make sure you're on the current version of the desktop wallet. Most of the technical support questions that I see on Slack and Reddit can be resolved by simply updating to the latest version, so always make sure you're on the latest version. You can grab that at wallet.ark.io. And I also created a video on YouTube that shows the new features in 2.9.3, linked in Monthly Update. For the mobile wallet, the current version is 1.8.1, and you can grab that for Android or iOS. So next up, let's move into ARK Core news. Now, ARK Core is a lightweight but very powerful code base that functions as the base component of the entire ARK ecosystem. Developed in Typescript, the ARK Core's modular architecture empowers developers to modify, configure, or extend all aspects of the code base with ease. So we have ARK Core version releases during August. The following minor core releases were made public during this previous month, and that is 2.6.52 on Tuesday, August 11, 2020. Now, if you want to learn more about ARK Core, you can check out what's going on with ARK Core 3 development through that announcement article linked in blog, linked in the Monthly Update. And then also there's a 6-part series written by Brian talking about Core and how it's all laid out. You can start off with part 1 linked in Monthly Update. So in the next section, we have the development report. The ARK Monthly Development Report covers public releases among ARK open source projects, all pull requests open, closed, and merged, all issues opened and closed in every ARK ecosystem public repo, the number of contributors during that month, the number of new stargazers, and total lines of GitHub code added or deleted. The report has intricate links to GitHub repos, events, and releases. We'd like to extend a huge thanks to all of our contributors, and you can check out the monthly report for August, linked in Monthly Update. So in this next section, it's the network statistics report. This report is unique to the Monthly Update, and it covers all of the statistics that you might be curious about regarding the ARK public network and what's going on. What's going on with the fees, what's going on with the blocks, what about missed blocks, how different registrations were handled during the month, and how the votes are all set up during August. So you can check out all those statistics on the blog article in Monthly Update or on YouTube, and it shows kind of like a scrolling thing of all the statistics. All right, so next up we have the France activities section. ARK.io is incorporated as an SCIC in France as ARK Ecosystem SCIC, giving us a leg up when interfacing with the legacy financial system. The SCIC is the first of its kind for crypto in France. The business entity is also a founding member of ADAN, an association of blockchain technology companies designed to further the mission of the technology in France and the EU. Now, on August 3rd, 2020, ADAN responded to the European Commission's consultation of an upcoming review of rules pertaining to AML-TF, that's anti-money laundering, terrorist financing, in regards to digital currencies. ADAN is in talks with the Commission to educate them on the capabilities and goals of digital currencies, resulting in fair and effective regulations designed to prevent harm perpetrated by bad actors. ADAN's position paper published last month is available, linked in Monthly Update. ARK Ecosystem SCIC President Francois-Xavier Thorens is representing ARK.io as a member of ADAN to advise legislators in France as they discuss the structure of regulatory frameworks expected to appear in early 2021. Now, you can learn more about ARK.io co-founding ADAN here, linked in monthly update, and see their site linked in monthly update. There you go. So next up, let's move into the ARK Timeline section. This is more like a miscellaneous section that covers various events of August that don't necessarily fit into the other sections of this monthly update. Let's take a quick look at what those are. Now, on August 4th, ARK.io published an article that addresses the concept of banks holding your crypto and discusses the recent communications that came out of the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, or OCC. I kind of like to think of the OCC as like the bank police, but I guess that's a very, very simplified, dumbed down like interpretation of the OCC. But the OCC charters banks. So if you are a bank, you want to be concerned about what the OCC thinks about your activities and also be in compliance with what the OCC wants. It's kind of like that. Now, the OCC doesn't usually come to mind as a major player in cryptocurrency as it pertains to government bodies and private financial institutions, as the SEC has been getting most of the attention in the crypto space. However, the OCC has been coming into the spotlight in a larger way during this year, and you can read the full article linked in monthly update. And here's an additional note from me straight to you. I saw a recent interview with Brian, who's affiliated or within the OCC. And unfortunately, I can't remember Brian's last name at this time, but Brian is pretty pro-crypto. Like, Brian understands the benefits of cryptocurrencies. And as I recall from the interview, this is a rough paraphrase, Brian was saying, look, we want to encourage innovation and we want new industries to flourish, especially if they can assist us with the problems plaguing the current financial system. And like, Brian is kind of like crypto mom, Hester Pierce on the SEC. Brian is like on the OCC, Brian is like that. So I just wanted to say go Brian, etc. Now on August 6th, ARK.io Strategic Partnerships Manager Ray Alvarez published a personal article on what it's like working in the crypto industry after 1 year. Ray goes into detail on his personal journey and also discusses the ARK company culture. And you can read the full article linked in monthly update. Then on August 11th, ARK.io published a blog article celebrating a community-based addition to the ARK ecosystem. Radians, an ARK-based blockchain used in a recent proof of concept, shall be enhanced to service developers using ARK for rapid prototyping. Think of it as a public implementation of ARK technology where node operators agree to run ARK Core plugins developed by third-party project teams in a public testnet environment. Now you can read that full article linked in monthly update. Then on August 25th, ARK.io celebrated an article published on Protocol, the enterprise blockchain services arm of ARK.io. The article was published on Crypto AM, an online news source for crypto. The article goes on to identify key target segments for Protocol, as well as various services Protocol offers. Read the full article linked in monthly update. And then on August 27th, ARK.io tweeted about another upcoming workshop hosted by Major League Hacking, one of our partners. These workshops expose developers to ARK technology and offer an interactive environment where there can be a back and forth between attendees and hosts. Now, I had the pleasure of attending the previous Major League Hacking workshop, and I thought it was really cool. The host was so kind and knowledgeable, and I was just kind of there to see what the experience is all about, and I think it was really cool. There's another one coming up on the 2nd. As of the time of this recording, it's like mere hours away. But you can always stay glued on our Twitter account at ARK Ecosystem for future workshops hosted by MLH and other entities. So that just about does it for the ARK Timeline section of the monthly update. If you want to see more events, all the achievements and accomplishments of ARK since its inception in late 2016, you can check out arktimeline.com, which is a community resource developed by the ARK Community Committee, which I manage. And it's a really cool resource if you're just jumping into ARK or if you want to see how far along ARK has come since it was just an idea that 27 people had in 2016. All right, so let's move into the video section of the monthly update. Yes, ARK has a growing YouTube channel that features technical discussions and updates, motion graphic explainers, community videos, tutorials, crypto adventure vlogs, and more. You can watch our videos at youtube.ark.io and subscribe to our channel in one click using this special link linked in monthly update. So the first video that is featured here is the July monthly update. So if you missed that, you can check that out. And then also we have in August, online crypto games powered by Delegate Fund video. In August, we highlighted ARK technology in action with a video showcasing crypto games powered by Delegate Fund of the ARK Public Network. The video also features an exclusive interview with Dean Van Dugtrin of NOS and Compendia, powered by ARK Core. Take a look. It's embedded in the monthly update. Yeah, linked, embedded, both. I don't know. So next up, we have blockchain hackathons and ARK.io partnership with Major League Hacking. We touched on this just briefly just now. We published a video that goes into details on ARK.io's history with attending and sponsoring hackathons and sheds more light on our partnership with Major League Hacking. You can check that out embedded in monthly update. And last up, we have free crypto every day with ARK Faucets by Delegates Biz Classic and Dell. We highlighted ARK Technology in action with a video showcasing crypto faucets powered by Delegates Biz Classic and Dell of the ARK Public Network. You can watch it. It is embedded in their monthly update. There we go. Now you can also subscribe to our channel and get all of our videos. Here's the thing. The YouTube channel is releasing videos that are sometimes not released on every channel. Like it's not released on our Twitter account or like Blockfolio and stuff like that. Some of these videos are just for the ARK ecosystem YouTube channel subscribers. So if you want access to all the ARK content, then you should definitely become a subscriber of the YouTube channel. And it really helps us out. It helps the algorithm know that we're cool, etc. All right, so let's move into the podcast section of the monthly update. The ARK Crypto Podcast releases weekly episodes all about ARK, featuring interviews, monologues, tutorials, reports, presentations, and more. The show aims for a 30-minute runtime and releases new episodes every Friday. You can subscribe wherever you find your favorite podcasts, and details, external links, and show notes are available at podcast.ark.io. So let's check out the episodes released for this recent month. First up, of course, we have the July monthly update podcast. If you missed what's going on in July, you can check that out. And then the episode following that was the AMA results with the ARK team on Change Now Telegram. So that Change Now AMA that was held on Change Now Telegram during August has a transcript as well as a podcast episode where I let you all know what questions were asked, what those answers were by the 4 members of the ARK team. And then I believe I expanded a little bit further on certain questions and answers that weren't covered in the original AMA because we didn't have time to answer all of the questions. So there's that. You can check that out. The next one is questions and answers from the community about ARK Core, deployer, wallets, and more. I figured with this AMA style, this AMA theme of August, we can do some more questions. So I always have this personal database of questions that I stack up and then answer them in content such as this. So I did that in episodes 89 as well as 90. And 90 is focused more on questions that developers might ask about ARK. So you can check out all this stuff. These episodes got some great feedback on our Slack, and people were like, yeah, cool, answer more questions. So yeah, I have a lot of questions that are still unanswered. We can answer all of those over time. All right, so let's move right into the Community Service Spotlight section of the monthly update. Now, some members mentioned in the Community Service Spotlight are ARK delegates who secure the ARK Public Network and provide community services. Their inclusion here is in no way an endorsement from ARK.io to vote for any specific delegates, and you should always do your own research and consider all the options when voting for a delegate. ARK.io does not run the ARK Public Network. So here's the Community Service Spotlight for this month. Delegate Fund continued to run ARK Games Online with daily ARK prizes, and you can check out a video that talks about that. Delegates Biz Classic and Dell ran ARK Faucets, linked in monthly update, and you can watch a video about that. Delegate Alessio located and reported vulnerabilities. Delegates Goose and ARKmoon continue their service, ARK CSV Generator and Income Estimator to aid in trading and income reporting, not tax advice. Delegate Jarnik ran a general bounty service, Get Involved, linked in monthly update. Delegate Cryptology continued operating the ARK Tipper tip bot. And Delegate Yakety Yak released German ARK podcasts. Nice. Delegate Rising Sun continued to run a bounty and treasure loot program, and Rising Sun released a summer update, linked in monthly update. And Delegate Deadlock continued maintaining ARKstats.live. Delegate Lemmy continued maintaining ARKrelay.com, and Crypto MC continued to run Arkifier Delegate Email Alert Service. Now also, Delegate Cam's Yellow Jacket brought back the ARKlings Fantasy Football League with a teaser linked in monthly update and announcement to follow. Delegate Drakeler posted an infographic about what to do if you think you have lost your ARK. Step 1, don't panic. And that infographic is shown in monthly update. I think it's a great graphic because I've done so much analysis of communications from the community to the team and other community members for a long time. And a lot of the technical help. Questions can be resolved by just looking at this one infographic. And so I really appreciate this infographic existing. I think it's great. So yeah, that just about does it. Now, this community service spotlight pulls entries from reddit.ark.io. And to get something featured here, you'll simply make a post there and subscribe there for more community content and discussions. So speaking of community content and discussions, we have some notable Reddit posts that I wanted to make you aware of for August from the Reddit. Now, the ARK ecosystem subreddit is a great place to seek ARK knowledge, and you can always find new and engaging content there. New to ARK, check out my Welcome to ARK Reddit post, linked to monthly update, with simple instructions to follow. So notable posts for August include technical questions about wallet balances, a discussion about the value proposition for ARK, a question about when staking will end, a question about whether a delegate is still forging, questions about using the Ledger Nano S with ARK Wallet, and a discussion about DeFi as it relates to ARK. And you can browse more Reddit content at our subreddit, reddit.ark.io. And boom, we are moving into the AMA section of the monthly update. Ask Me Anythings are periodically conducted where ARK team members answer questions by community members and developers, as well as third-party organizations taking questions from the community as well. Now, on August 10th, multiple members of the ARK team participated in an AMA hosted by ChangeNow, a simple swap service integrated with ARK. You can check an abridged transcript of the AMA linked to monthly update and listen to AMA results on the podcast, which is also linked to monthly update. The AMA took place on their community Telegram channel, which is also linked to monthly update. Now, on August 20th, multiple members of the ARK team participated in an AMA hosted by Probit, with support page linked to monthly update. And the AMA took place on their community Telegram channel, which is linked to monthly update. So AMA is cool. AMA is great. Let's move right on down into the Bounty and Security Program. So here's what's going on. This is new for the monthly update situation. This is the first time this is being said on the monthly update or written in the monthly update. There's a program announcement. All right. The ARK Bounty Program, which rewards open source contributors in ARK for servicing certain tasks on github.ark.io, is undergoing a restructuring. This is due to MarketSquare and its roadmap having a way for bounties to be published there. Thus, ARK.io will be using its own product, MarketSquare, to publish and manage bounties when that aspect of the platform goes live. MarketSquare is built for the whole crypto and blockchain industry, so more developers will become exposed to ARK bounties. The security program is still in full effect and is operating normally to contribute to the security of the network and stability of the current public codebase. Stay tuned for future announcements by following ARK on Twitter. Now, this month, we'd like to highlight Alessio for reporting security vulnerabilities and receiving bounties. That is Core SV 50 through Core SV 55. Very nice. Thank you. Now, to join the security bounty program, if you're interested, you can consult the resource that is linked in monthly update. Moving into the ARK Grants section, if you did not know, ARK Grants launched a 1 million ARK fund. ARK has always placed a large focus on our community of developers. From our development and security bounties to our previous Tier 0 program, we have a wide range of opportunities for developers to get involved in the community and get paid to contribute to ARK. The ARK Grants program is an expansion and refinement of our current offerings, providing a war chest of funds to show our dedication to our community and the ARK ecosystem. Now, technologies and frameworks, applicable project types, and proposal submission processes can be found in the ARK Grants launch article linked to monthly update, and there's also a video that describes all this linked to monthly update. And since the GitHub bounty program is undergoing a restructuring, maybe it's time to up your game. Instead of small bounties using that program, you apply with your idea for a project using ARK Grants. You can get up to $10,000 USD worth of ARK to fund your project, your proof of concept, and all that good stuff. All right, so now it's time for the ARK Community Committee section of this monthly update. Boom. The ARK Community Committee creates and deploys community resources through anonymous and sponsored ARK donations. The completed ACC projects include ARKTimeline.com, ARKThoughts.com, and Crypto Trivia Night Questions. Crypto Trivia Night is a separate YouTube channel that's kind of like a cool game show with real prizes that we had a couple episodes for it. And at any time, it could come back again. But for now, it's just out there and it's pretty fun and cool to watch. Now, during this recent month, I have discovered an additional use for the research conducted for the ACC's current project, codename Project Vidare. I have been able to tie the work being done to a goal of MarketSquare content strategy. Pretty cool. In addition to the other uses. So during this next month, I will expand the project through Project Vidare 4, meaning more opportunities to earn ARK by non-developers. You can track activity on discord.ark.io #committee channel. Now, to join the ACC, you can locate me aka just in parentheses double dice, on discord.ark.io. So the ARK Community Fund, yet another way to earn ARK. The ACF is like the community version of ARK Grants and is not managed by ARK.io. If you have an idea for an ARK project, large or small, and you're looking for funding, consider submitting a proposal to the ARK Community Fund for review. The ARK Community Fund started as a community initiative, and the elected board members review ideas and projects that enhance ARK. Their website is arkcommunity.fund. Now, if you missed their recent summer update, you can read it linked in monthly update. So, what's next? We've made it to nearly the end of this update here. What's going on in the future? Well, with this month's first look at the all-new deployer and further information about MarketSquare's future released, it should hopefully be getting more clear what the main vision of the ARK ecosystem is: a singular user experience across multiple products that empowers users and developers from all walks of life to harness blockchain technology. Just as a car needs its parts working together to move forward, so does the ARK ecosystem. With our new line of products and releases, developers will be able to quickly and easily create a new chain with deployer, enhance it with decentralized logic using GTI, develop plugins for it and publish them onto the ARK Desktop Wallets plugin manager, expose their users to an intuitive wallet and user experience right out of the box, auto-deploy a custom block explorer, and become discoverable for growth and grow industry connections using MarketSquare. See how it kind of is all coming together in that singular process right there. Now, after Q4 product releases are pushed, what's next? Well, to become a true ecosystem, these new chains need a new and reliable method to communicate in a decentralized way. This is why our next focus will be putting full attention on consensus and P2P upgrades that allow for safe interchain swaps, and then fleshing out a swap market that enables new chains to be listed with ARK pairings upon deployment. You can track our progress in achieving ecosystem nirvana by checking roadmap.ark.io and following us on Twitter at ARK Ecosystem. Very cool. So, feedback survey. We want to know what you think. We told you what we've got going on. We want to know your opinions. You can take a short 3-minute feedback survey so we can learn more about your opinions and on how we're doing. We review and track this feedback and we use it to further improve our efforts. You can take the 3-minute feedback survey linked in monthly update. So we made it to the last section. Let's go. Here's a quick list of what your first steps might be to get involved with ARK. If it's time for you to join the ecosystem in some way, and do it up real big with us here on the team, in the community, in the delegate space, everywhere. You can join our community on Slack or Reddit, linked in the update. You can launch an ARK community service. You can contribute code and earn ARK. You can apply for an ARK grant to fund your idea. You can learn more with ARK documentation. You can launch an ARK node and campaign for forging status. And you can create a blockchain in 3 simple steps. If you're interested in doing any of those things, they are all linked in monthly update and it'll tell you what to do next. So we're looking forward to September. Stay safe. That's going to do it. This concludes the ARK monthly update for August. These are already long enough, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for supporting the ARK ecosystem. Join the MarketSquare mailing list at marketsquare.io if you have not done that. Join the deployer mailing list at deployer.io if you have not done that. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.ark.io because reasons. We'll see you next time.
The purpose of this podcast is to educate and inform the listeners. The host is not a financial advisor, and this podcast is not financial advice. Listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research prior to making any investments. Guests who speak in this podcast express their own opinions, experiences, and conclusions, and do not represent the beliefs or ideas of ARK.io or the ARK Crypto Podcast. A guest appearance on this podcast assumes no partnership or pending partnership with ARK.io or any associated entity. A guest appearance is by no means an endorsement or solicitation by the ARK Crypto Podcast to purchase a specific cryptocurrency at a specific time or at all. The ARK Crypto Podcast will never solicit any investment from the listener, nor will it ever contact the listener to solicit an investment. Any paid advertisements on the ARK Crypto Podcast will be clearly disclosed as such. This podcast is available for private, non-commercial use only. Advertising which is incorporated into, placed in association with, or targeted towards the content of this podcast is forbidden. You may not edit, modify, or redistribute this podcast. The ARK Crypto Podcast assumes no liability for any of your activities in connection with this podcast or for your use of this podcast in connection with your website, computer, or playing device.